On today's video, 132 million power player is about to get zeroed in Lost Kingdom 52 by 411. This video though is not only about him being zeroed, but a warning to you all, so you better listen to this video because this could be you and there's nothing you'll be able to do about it. Like this guy couldn't do anything about that. And this video is a warning for you all to know something very important about light versus darkness. So sit back, drop a like on the video. Hey there YouTube, welcome back to Gekko Gaming. This 132 million power player is about to lose a ton of power. Before we start though, I'm a sponsored content creator by Rise of Kingdoms. If you enjoyed the content, consider dropping a like on this video, and of course, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell to get a notification every time we upload Rise of Kingdoms content, which is every single day, or you'll get notified when we go live on streams Wednesday. Wow, I forgot the days. Wednesday and Saturday, 4 p.m. UTC. We're here. We watch KVKs. We do events. We answer questions. We chill in the community and have a drink every now and then. All right. So this guy is a story that I really want to tell, even though it's a really messed up one. And I need you all to realize that what I'm saying is for your own good, even though I understand the negativity that you will feel about what I'm about to say. But again, please just listen till the end. It's a very, very important situation. And this guy felt it on his own skin. We know for quite a bit now that, that Rise of Kingdoms is a game with a lot of activity on the screen, a lot of lag. There's a lot of lag. There are two types of lag. There is device-based lag, which cannot handle all the graphics processing of what goes in the game. And then there is server-side lag, which can cause various issues. Now, a combination of both can cause a situation where an individual cannot log into an account, a skill cannot be procced, skillful craftsman to make building flags faster has a very big tendency of not working under lag. And there are many other things that go wrong with lag going mad. Now, in light versus darkness, this is particularly bad. In a moment, you'll see the report of what this dude had before he got knocked quite badly. And for the record, this is not the same Tintin we knew back from 163, I believe it was. This is a completely different dude. Light versus darkness, unlike the first generation of KVK maps, got to a point where the war all happens in a very, very small confined area that is Kingsland. And that area brings in 4 kingdoms on both sides, so 8 kingdoms total. And, you know, the top of the activity in this game, like 411, 430, and all these guys have so many active players that this game mode lags absurdly. And folks get wrecked by it left and right. This guy got locked out of his account. He ported to the front as the head of the spear, right? He's the tip of the spear of his alliance. He was ready, of his kingdom too. He was ready to roll. He ported forward, got disconnected, and could never log in again for the next 2.5 hours, give or take. On top of that, he was in an alliance that wasn't the alliance that flag is in. If you look right next to him, you see a Virus, a Rex, Lupus, something like that. That side is the A3, 430 flags. The ones he's sitting on are not A380. Those are M380. And as a result, he was rallyable. 411K did not know he was not able to access his account, and you'll see why I say that in a moment. They did not know he wasn't able to access his account. They just saw a huge whale that they could double rally, and they did. In a moment, we'll see a report of the first of one of the 2 rallies that was the first one after his hospital filled up, and you'll see kind of how many troops he has, and he lost a huge amount. I'm urging you guys, please, 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 please understand one thing. We expect and should demand of Lilith more. We expect of Lilith to put on more effort to diminish the lag, to give us the better experience we deserve. This side of the argument is not an argument. This is a fact. It's a fact that the game does not run at a playable matter in the most critical times. And it is insanely frustrating, especially when you're waiting for so long for this to go on and then this happens, right? I am nowhere near saying this shouldn't be a thing. This is the report right here, by the way. His first 150,000 deads. This is the rally that was hitting him and his defense right there. He had the correct defense-ish against the Teletaquera. And he was definitely doing massive damage, tons of tier 5s, 4 million cavalry, 1.6 million infantry, and I think it was like 1.4 million archers. He had also reinforcements, like almost 500,000 tier 5s, almost 500,000 tier 4s. Nothing helped. The point that I am really begging you to understand, and by the way, as you can see, this rally that came in to hit this guy, he was imprisoned. They spent 3,000 gems to imprison the dude. If they knew that he wasn't able to access his account, they wouldn't have even done this, right? It's like there's no point in imprisoning a guy that can't connect to his account, right? It's a waste of gems. And it also turns on the cooldown on imprison now, just for the record. This was why I really wanted to get to this clip. We play a game that has, as of right now, certain restrictions. It has certain flaws. It has certain issues that we live with, right? We live with the fact that KVK is insanely laggy. We live with these facts. And so, please understand one thing. If you don't take caution, you can end up like this dude. I understand that he's the tip of the spear, but there was no reason on earth for him to be on non-alliance territory, especially if someone who is in alliance territory right above him could have moved to make space for him, for example. There is no reason on earth for him to be at the front of the fight if the flag that you're seeing right above him is burning at the rate that it did, which was fairly early on. 411 managed to start burning 430 flags. Now, granted, those flags are still holding to now, right? And this is like 10 hours into the fight, even more than that. So they are defending these flags quite well. But again, there is no point for you all to take risks. I beg of you, understand that the lag and the issues that happen are a given. I'm not saying they're a given that we need to live with, but they're a given that we need to be able to work with as long as it's there. I don't think we should live with it. I think we should consistently push Lilith to improve the game and improve this, right? This is incredibly dumb that we're in 2020, 2 years into Rise of Kingdoms. We're about to celebrate 2 years worth of a game, and there has yet to be a KVK that was not a lag fest. That's unacceptable, but that is not the point. The point is you guys need to protect your accounts. And the problem here is that people are telling me, oh, but Lilith need to fix their servers. Tell that to this guy, right? Like, what is he going to do now? He's going to tell Lilith you're at fault, and Lilith are going to be like, okay, well, we're going to compensate you. And they're not going to really compensate him for everything. And then what? You know? So please, use caution during KVK. Remember that you can at any point get locked out of your account for a fairly long amount of time. Teleport to an area where you're secure. Realize that at any point lag can hit you and you'll be in big trouble. And play currently around that struggle so you don't catch yourselves in his position. In 430, a lot of whales over 100 million power got locked out of their accounts because you just couldn't log in. And as a result, I believe 4 or 5 of them got zeroed. 411 should not be blamed for this because they have no way to know that this is going on. And even if they know this is going on, honestly, they shouldn't really care. War is war. It is what it is. And it sucks, but it's true. You can't also be like, all right, folks, time out this KVK till everything comes back to normal. It doesn't work, right? So please, 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 please understand that this is a limitation of light versus darkness and work around it. I want to give you guys one more tip that is about this for those of you stuck around with the video up to now. If you want to guarantee skillful craftsman works for you on and this guy's already down to 105 and he's going to go down so much further. If you want to make sure that Skillful Craftsman works for you and that you manage to build flags quicker with it, I urge you to, as soon as your rally starts hitting the pass, turn it on. That flag below him is burned out the wazoo, by the way, and this guy keeps taking damage. Once passes start being taken in Kingsland and marches start pouring in, the marches moving into Kingsland start causing lag. So if you don't trigger your alliance skill before that lag starts ramping up, the lag will essentially swallow the effect of your skill, but it'll still get triggered and the timer will still go down. A lot of alliances got screwed by this and others did not. I can tell you, I told 411, because I talk to them quite often, I told them, guys, enable your skill before you take the pass. Before the first pass in your Kingsland gets taken by any kingdom, you need to proc that skill, or else you might get screwed without it. The skill is active for a full hour. You losing 3, 5, 6 minutes, 10% of the skill because you were hitting your pass still is absolutely justifiable to have 54 minutes worth of the skill instead of 0. So please keep your account safe. Don't go crazy forward. Make sure you proc your skill ahead of time so you get that skill available. And Lilith, get your stuff together. This guy came in today to play Rise of Kingdoms at the top of the hype. He was hyped up. He's amped up. He maybe took a day off. He might be on some energy drinks. He might be hyped. I mean, hell, Ronnie streamed for 12 hours. And can you imagine how many hours this guy planned on playing? And then he got locked out of his account and his account got zeroed. Like, how messed up is that? This is a guy who probably spent thousands of dollars on the game and probably will quit the game. For the record, when he got access to his account, he ported out of here, healed, came back in and kept fighting. That's how much of a boss this guy is. And he just got screwed because the game just screwed him. So Lilith, get it together, compensate this guy properly, and guys, stay safe. Remember, this is part of the game. Down to 95 million power, and he's still going to go down much more. We're going to cut up to the very end to, I believe he drops down to 74 million power when he regains access to his account and dips out of here. He comes back and fights later on, by the way. You'll see that in the videos covering Lost Kingdom 52. Those are going to come out next week. Tomorrow we have Lost Kingdom 76, which is lighting up on fire. We got crazy content out of there, so make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're going to have, I think, 2 parts to that video, if not 3. And then we're going to cover this Lost Kingdom, which was stupid. We got to a point where we're recording 6 rallies happening on the screen at the same time, 4 flags getting rallied. It was nuts. So you don't want to miss all that content out. It's coming out next week. And we got tons of fights still coming up very, very soon. Down to 79 million power, and he's still going to go down. But for now, I'm Gekko. I'm out of here. Appreciate every single one of you dropping a like on this video, subscribing to the channel, supporting the channel. I will see you guys on tomorrow's video. Don't forget to, of course, subscribe to the channel. We got tons of war coverage coming up. We're going to talk about strategies, flags, and everything along the way. But for now, my voice is dying after streaming for 4 hours and recording this video, I think, like 3 times. So I'm going to go to sleep. Take care and have a good one, and I'll see you tomorrow again. Peace.